Hello and welcome to Thursday's edition of Cracking the Cryptic, where today we've got a puzzle by 2 to 10th, who's been making all sorts of waves on the world Sudoku scene recently. A lot of very, very highly recommended puzzles over on our Discord server, and this one is called, intriguingly, the Zeroth Law of Chromodynamics. So I am guessing we are going to be in a colour festival today, which is always a good thing. Now, before we get cracking, I've got a couple of amusing things to share with you. If you follow us on Twitter, you will have already seen this, but the wonderful author and artist Katie Cook posted this tweet earlier on. Her husband Ryan had texted her to say he'd spent over an hour watching someone on YouTube solve a Sudoku puzzle and was so excited about the ending he asked if I wanted to watch it with him so he could watch it again. Welcome to this glimpse into my marriage. Well, as I tweeted at the time, Ryan is clearly a legend and Katie is a very lucky lady. So just goes to show, cracking the cryptic, bringing the love all over the planet. Now, if you watched yesterday's video, and why wouldn't you have done, it was me against an, well, seemingly impossible pentatomist puzzle by Glipperal. It is an extraordinarily clever puzzle, it really is. I haven't heard from Glipperal whether he's prepared to make a setting video about it yet, but we're hoping. And anyway, some wag on Discord, I think it was it Jetix, managed to snap this picture of me during some particular epiphany that I had during the solve, and Sam, the wag, commented, Simon, if he was in a shampoo advert, and Eric Fox, he added, yes, it looks like he's sensually caressing his hair. Now, I will admit it does look like that, but anyway, I really wasn't. But if you do work for Head and Shoulders or Garnier, and you're looking at my hair and thinking, my goodness, he'd be a great fit for our brand, then do get in touch. We're sitting here by the phones waiting in anticipation. Other than that, the only other thing I've got to mention is that our Arrow app, I hope, will be out tomorrow. It'll be born into the world, and my goodness, it should be worth waiting for. So keep an eye on the App Store or Google Play or Steam, and with your fingers crossed. As soon as I get definitive news, I will tweet about it. Our Twitter handle is @CrypticCracking. And finally, I'd like to wish Sylvia Gramuglia a very happy 45th birthday. 45, of course, being the secret Sudoku number, because it's the sum of the digits 1 to 9, which is what you'll find in every row, box and column of a Sudoku. And we hope, Sylvia, that you have a super day, and your husband Esteban, a toy boy it seems, is feeling left out because he's still stuck on 44 for a little while longer. So bad luck, Esteban, but you're nearly at the secret number, not long to wait. Now, what are the rules of 2 to 10th puzzle? I will read them to you. We've got irregular Sudoku today by the looks of things, so each row, column and 9-cell region. So you can see we've got regions in the grid rather than 3 by 3 boxes, must contain the digits 1 to 9 once each. Each main diagonal marked in blue cannot contain a repeated digit, so that means along this diagonal, for example, we've got to see all of the digits from 1 to 9 once each. Same is true obviously of the other diagonal. And along thermometers, digits must increase from the bulb end. So how does that work? Well, let's look at this bulb. That's got to be, let's make it a 4, for example. And then as we rise along the thermometer, we have to treat the numbers a bit like mercury, so we're getting hotter. So this has got to be higher than a 4. It doesn't have to be a 5, could be a 7, and that could be a 9, and that would be a completely valid way to fill that thermometer. So, with that said, do have a go. The way to play is to click the link under the video. Now, I get to play. Let's get cracking. And the first thing that strikes me as interesting is this little cell, because whatever goes in that square has to make an appearance in row 1 of the grid. Well, it can't go in the same region, so it will have to go there. So those two squares are the same. And of course, we don't have a Scooby-Doo what digit is going to be in those squares, but we can colour them. We'll make them red. So those two squares have to be the same. And look, the grid is rotationally symmetric, so we're going to get this effect, I think, all round the grid. So, for example, this square, which clearly can't be red and has to appear in column 9 somewhere but can't go in the same region as this square, must go in the bottom cell. So those two squares will make those blue. Now, right, now I was about to get a little bit worried about this square. This square, obviously, in the bottom row, it can't go in its region, so it is going to go there. But I was thinking, could it be red? Because this square doesn't see red. It sees blue, but it doesn't see red. But look, that square does see red via the medium of the diagonal. So this square here can't be blue or red, which means this is a third colour. We'll make it green. Oh, lovely. Yeah. Now look at this square again. So this square can't be red, blue, or green. So it's a fourth colour. Where does it go in column 1? It must go there. So we'll pick purple. So we already have some chromodynamics going on. Now the question will be, can we use these colours? Nearly. Look. So green in this funny region is what I'm looking at. Green can't go there, and it can't go here because of the diagonal, and it can't go there because of the other diagonal, so it's in one of two places, which is nearly good, but not quite good enough. Purple. Oh, yeah, purple's better. Let's look at purple in this region. So purple can't go here by Sudoku, or there by Sudoku. By the diagonal, it can't go here, and by the other diagonal, it can't go there. So that is purple. And I bet you that there's some rotationally symmetrical, probably by reference to blue, it's going to be in this region. So blue can't go there by Sudoku, there by Sudoku, there by diagonal, there by diagonal. That square is blue. Oh, this is gorgeous, right? And that square was one of the squares I thought green could go into, I think, in this region. So green now can't go here, here, or here. So green, we've got green locked onto a thermometer, and that means we can probably get red into this square by symmetry. Let's just check that. So red now can't go there, or here by the diagonal, or here. Good. How did you set this? This is madness. So red has to go on that thermometer. Okay, now we can we go further? I'm now wondering about green in this region. So green can't go there, can't go on the diagonal, can't go, yes, we can. Oh, no, I've made a mistake. I think. I'm not sure I can put green anywhere in this shape, can I? It can't go there, can't go there, can't go on the diagonal, can't go on the same thermometer that it's already on, because you can't repeat a digit on a thermometer. Oh, look, no, here. Oh, thank goodness for that. That square is green. Now, we should be able to do something similar in this region, I think, so in the Loch Ness Monster that we've got down here, we've got to put red in. Red can't go on its own thermometer. It can't go here, here. Can't go on a diagonal because red's up there. Can't go on the other diagonal because of this red. So yeah, we do get something similar with red. Okay. What do we do now? We should maybe green in the Loch Ness Monster. Yes, green is beautiful in the Loch Ness Monster because green is not there, it's not on the diagonal, and this green seems to rule out two of the other positions, so I think that square's got to be green. And that means we ought to be able to get the tip of the upside down Loch Ness Monster, which is this square, which I think will have to be red, and indeed does have to be red. Okay, so we're definitely in the realms of madness today. Now, can we do more with maybe blue in the upside down Loch Ness Monster? Yes, we can. This is extraordinary. So blue now can't go here. The diagonal, this blue takes it out of there. This diagonal takes it out of there. So blue is on the thermo there. So can we do something with the Loch Ness Monster and purple? Absolutely we can. Purple moves onto this thermometer. I am loving this so far. I hope this continues. I have a horrible feeling, though, we're going to get to a point where we actually have to almost scan colours, which will be terrifying. So now, in my Loch Ness Monster, I have not put blue. So blue... I don't see... Blue can't go there. Blue has to be in one of those two cells. Ooh. Okay, that's interesting, but that's a bit worrying, isn't it? I don't want to start colouring dominoes in colours. That's going to go crazy very quickly. So can we do anything easier than that? That seems to be the question. The other thing we could think about doing is colouring the rest of this diagonal, because obviously... yeah, in fact that is not such a bad idea, because look at this square. Let's make that orange, because we know it's the fifth colour. Where does the fifth colour go on the other diagonal? Well, by Sudoku it's ruled out of those two squares, by the diagonal it's ruled out of this square, and look, through the medium of the upside down Loch Ness Monster, it can't go in its own region. So that square and that square are the same, which means there must be, I think, an equivalent square at the back end of this Loch Ness Monster. So whatever goes into that square, we'll make that yellow, can't go in those three squares through Sudoku or diagonal Sudoku. Yes, so it can only go here. So that's yellow. So we're running out of colours here. We've got 3 left. We'll make them progressive shades of grey to complete this diagonal, and stare and see if we can lock anything else in. So that one, oh yeah, this is fine. This is fine because the light grey is in this region. So it can't appear there on the other diagonal. So light grey must be here. And black must be there, just through a process of elimination. And we've now coloured. We've coloured a lot of the grid. I'm noticing we've got sort of 2x2s around the centre there. And then we've done the diagonals. We've got this one and this one, which are sort of the only unsymmetrically placed colours that we've got. So I'm wondering whether there's some way we can get that square and that square. Is this completely into the realms of Cloud Cuckoo Land, though? No, but what I can do is ask where yellow goes in this shape. This is beautiful. It really is clever. Yellow is on this thermometer, so it can't go on its own thermometer. Sudoku rules it out of those 2 squares, so I think that square is yellow. Now, can I do something similar on this side? Of course I can. Orange works the same way. Orange can't go on its own thermo, and it can't go in those squares, so I think this is orange. I think. Okay. Which is a little bit interesting. So we've now... What have we done? Well, I can see this shape has now become very constrained, as regards reds and purples, which I have not put on this shape yet. So this shape here, it's not got any reds and purples in it, but there are reds and purples in the rows. So reds and purples must be on the thermometer. Now, have we, I don't, this is, oh, touch my hair there. You see, this is, I mean, imagine the advertising power. Now look, this thermometer is telling us the order of reds and purples. So we actually know, we can disambiguate this. Red is higher, so this is red, and that must, the bulb must be purple. That is absolutely beautiful. Now please let that work on this side as well. So I don't know why. This one I find it harder to see what's missing. I think it's green, and it might be blue. Yes, green and blue work the same way on this thermometer. So is there a thermo that's... Yes, there is. This thermo does it. Look at this. Green is a higher digit than blue. So green, that must be the green one, which means that must be the blue one. And now what do we do? Now, presumably, I must be able to at least pencil mark those two squares with colours. So what colours are missing from this region? One of the colours missing looks like, to me, like it's yellow. It looks like it's yellow and mid-grey. Ah, no, yeah, that's, yeah, okay, it is. There's a yellow here. I haven't put yellow in there. So yellow must go there, and mid-grey must go here. Now let's do the same on this side. So on this side, what are we missing? We've not put orange in this shape, and we have an orange there, so that's orange, and we've not put... It's mid-grey again, isn't it, that's missing from this shape? So that should be mid-grey, I think. Now, those two squares. Oh, right, yeah, look at these two squares. They must be light grey and black, I think. I'm not very good at scanning these at all. In fact, it's strange, but it seems to be the same in column 2, look. I've not put light grey and black in this column either. So there is a light grey black X-wing, which is not a sentence I ever thought I'd say in my younger years. Light grey black X-wing. There is... I don't know what that means, though, particularly. Do we know what that means? We should... And where should we look next for a digit? That's the question. So I can see... Yeah, this is going to get very tricky indeed. I can see, for example, that orange is a little bit restricted in the central cross. Orange doesn't seem to be able to go into any of those squares, but I think it can go into either of these squares, which is not really what we were after. So, where should I look now? Am I going to really have to look at some of these rows and columns and try and work out what can go into those three squares and go from there? I think I am. I don't really want to do that, though. Is there some sort of simple trick we can perform to... We've filled in... Yeah, we've sort of filled in all of the parts of these regions that aren't in straight lines, haven't we? It looks like we've done most of the geometry that we're going to be able to do. I've not really used this thermometer very much. So perhaps we can do something with that. Wow. Right, I've got something. Blue in the central cross. Where does it go? The answer is I don't really know, but it's definitely on the vertical section because of this blue. So now, where does blue go in this region, the Loch Ness Monster? So blue is not here, it's not here, and it's not here. So blue is there. Now, if that worked for blue, it's so cool. When you get a bit of logic in this puzzle, because of the symmetry, you can do it again, just upside down. So in the upside down Loch Ness Monster, where do you put purple? Purple is locked into the vertical section of the cross, so it's not there. Purple is not in those two squares by simple Sudoku, so that's purple. So in the upside down Loch Ness Monster, those three squares, oh I see, these are all greys, look. So I don't know what they are. I don't think that one can't be black. That one can't be light grey. That one can't be mid grey. Okay, so we've got some weird pairs of greys here. And in the bottom in the bottom Loch Ness Monster, it's the same by the looks of things. We haven't got greys placed at all. So these are three greys, and again we can do some eliminations. Look, that's not mid grey. That's not black. And this one isn't light grey. Now our thermometer has... Ah, right. Okay, well that's interesting. Now our thermometer has three different greys on it, look. So this is a three grey triple. So there are two questions I'm asking now. The first is what's going to go into those two squares. The second is what goes into this square. Let's do these first. So we should be able to work these out. These are an orange, I think. Oh, orange and yellow, by the looks of things. Oh, it's the same up here. So the symmetry is helping me to scan a bit there, because I didn't really have to scan. I just knew I was looking at oranges and yellows down there, and I've got the same thing going on. Up at the top, oranges and lemons, the bells of St. Clement's. Now, what does that mean? So I've now got X-wings. So the only way, it's quite interesting actually, the only way this gets fixed in the finished grid, that you can disambiguate the order of the oranges and the lemons, is through the medium of the thermo. So it's the fact that this square is affected by the thermo that will disambiguate the order of those squares. Now let's have a look at this square, because this square definitely cannot be grey, because the three grey numbers are higher than it on the thermo. So what can it be? So it's not the three greys. Is it green? No. Is it purple? No. Is it orange? If it was orange, it would disambiguate the oranges and the lemons. Orange looks possible. Is it red? No. Is it yellow? No. Is it... No. Good grief. Right. So this square is a naked single orange. And that means this square, which is on its thermometer, is not orange. It must be yellow, which means that square must become orange. Now that must be yellow, which means that square must be orange. And we've just made more progress. Now this orange is doing what exactly? I know what this orange is doing. What's it doing in the central cross? I already thought about where orange goes. Orange has got to be in this domino, and now it's not there, so that's orange. How many oranges have I got? 1, 2, 3. I've got 8 oranges. I should be able to get one. I need to put an orange in column 5. Yes, I need to put an orange in column 5. It can only go there. Lovely. Okay, lovely, but I still... So the only way this other X-wing gets disambiguated is via this thermometer as well. So there's all sorts of strangeness going on. And my phone is buzzing at me. Oh dear, yes, I'm under the cosh a bit for time. Right. How should I... I'm not actually sure I've got time to finish this. How long do you think it's going to take? Let me try. I have got to find some way of progressing here. So maybe I know what I can do. I can use this. I can use the fact I know there's purple in there on the bottom of the grid now. I've not put purple in this region, so that's not purple. That's not purple. That's not purple. Bingo, that's purple. Now red has to be in one of those. I've not put yellow in the bottom of the grid. I don't seem to know much about yellow. But this is probably all symmetrical, this sort of logic. So I wonder if we can do the same with blues at the top of the grid. Yes, I can. This square is blue. Yeah. Oh, this is gorgeous. Now yellow must go here. Just to go in. This has got to go in the top row somewhere. Now those two squares have got to be dark grey and some other colour that I can't scan. Green. Green. This is green. This has got to be dark grey. And there we go. We've got the top row done. Now I'm thinking we ought to be able to perform some sort of trick like that on the bottom row. I hope. But I'm not exactly sure. I've got to put mid grey in. I've got to put no, I don't have to put green in. Have I got to put yellow in? I do have to put yellow in. Yellow is not here. Yellow. Where does yellow go in the mid box? Yellow is not there, there. It's there. Right. So that was what I was missing. Now this is yellow. Now I need to put red in the bottom box. It goes here. Now this square must be mid grey, and we've done that. Oh, look this. Ah, no. I was about to say that must be fixed. Well, it is actually. Now I've got to put mid grey in this column. Well, the only place it can go now, it can't go there because that's already mid grey. So that is mid grey, and that means that's not mid grey. That's black. That means this square has become light grey out of nowhere. This square must be light grey out of nowhere. And this square should be a write-in as light grey, I think. Okay, now this square... Yes, ask the same question on column 4. This square is the only square that can be mid-grey, which means this square must be black. Now this row I've almost done. I've not put green in it, which I can do. That's green. I've not put I see I'm so bad. Red, I think. Is that red? I think it is. Red we can put in here. We've almost done this. We're getting very close to a completely coloured grid, which is... Now, where do I put green? Where do I put... where do I put green in the central cross? It goes there. Where do I haven't put red or blue. I haven't put blue in. Blue goes here. I must have to put red in. I can't see how to do that, but I must have to put red in to one of those squares, and then some other colour that I'm not scanning. I think it might be purple. So these are red, purple duo, I think. Oh, there's red here. If that's right, and I think it is, you have to excuse me. I'm getting colour blind, I think. So, but that's brilliant. So now the whole of the centre is done, and we just, I think, got to figure out these columns. Now I can see I need to put. What's the missing non-grey colour in column 1? It's blue. Blue is not there. This is blue. These are all grey colours, therefore. That must be black. This now must be, well, that must be light grey. That's a simpler way of doing it. That should be mid-grey. Now, we've missed purple. Purple's got to go here. Keep going, Simon. That's got to be black. I've got to put mid-grey in. That's here. And I think this is light grey. And oh, no, I haven't disambiguated it all. What have I missed here? I've missed, that being light grey means I can do that one. This now must be light grey. So let me just check that. Yeah, we've placed mid-grey, so that's become light grey. How do I do the X-wing? Ah, the X-wing is resolved by this, I see. So that becomes black, that becomes light grey, and that becomes black. And now we stare, because somehow these thermometers have to do magic. And we can do the magic. How do we do this? So we can see this one is saying that orange has a maximum value of 5, because if it's higher than 5, let's say orange was 6, this would be 7, 8, 9, 10. So orange is a max of 5. Is orange on any other thermometers? On this one. So orange is a max of 5. So blue is a max of 3. Blue is on that thermometer. So red is a max. Oh, this is it. Red's a max of 2. And red is on this thermometer, which means purple is a max of 1, and therefore purple is 1. So I think we go like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Keep going. I'll go on. 6, 7, 8, 9. Bingo. That is magnificent. Absolutely magnificent. Oh, 2 to 10th. Take a bow. That is extraordinary. What an incredible puzzle. So basically no digits, and then you've basically finished the puzzle in about 5 seconds. Good grief. How did you set that? That was an absolute joy. Let me know in the comments how you got on with it. Let me know how if you are able to scan colours, because clearly I can't. But I did enjoy trying. And we'll be back later with another edition of Cracking the Cryptic.